Now that we've gotten to know each other a little bit and gotten oriented toward the syllabus and the Canvas course, how we navigate, how we communicate, it's time to learn how to think like an art historian. In a college course, whatever the subject matter is, the course of study, you're not just learning a body of knowledge. Remember that. You're actually learning how the knowledge gets built, right? So that you can actually think in the style of that discipline and do the kind of thinking that that discipline demands, right? So if you take biology, you learn the scientific method. And here you are taking art history and you're going to learn the methods of our discipline. And this is what I think is so important to making the class actually fun, so that you feel like you're not just passively trying to absorb a lot of facts, but you're actually watching your own mind work in relationship to art and to history. So when you start out this module, look closely at the objectives that I've laid out for you in the fundamentals of art history. Look closely because everything you see here is a skill, a set of skills that you will need to use throughout the semester. And so this module is in some senses the most important module in this class. It is the key that opens up everything else. So we work closely in this module with the textbook. The textbook functions as a kind of dictionary and guide. One of the reasons I chose this one is because they do a very good job with this question of the fundamental skills, terms, concepts. So some of you may not have yet been able to acquire the textbook, and I have posted PDFs for you of the introduction, as well as what's called the starter kit section. Both of those are going to be used in the discussions and assignments and quizzes that you're doing in this module. So if you look at the tasks ahead of you, your first discussion is all about sensory investigation, and it is a playful exercise that I hope captures your imagination, that is about something so fundamental to the methods of art history, sensory investigation. It's something I'm going to emphasize all over and over again in the courses as I ask you to do art historical writing. You have here a little Q&A, which is just an ungraded open space to send a question out to me and your peers about what you're learning if you feel like there's something that needs clarification, something you want to build on. There's a little spot quiz, which means a tiny quiz, only 5 points, but to get you to kind of stop, spot quiz, stop, and check if you're understanding and if it's making sense to you. And then you come to the Scavenger Hunt Glossary, which is a group project that you do. The groups have been assigned, and this is an assignment. And it is an assignment in which you get to kind of, as a group, look back over all of the amazing amount of information that you've taken in this module and in this chapter of the textbook. And you try to sort of organize it in your minds and organize it on a page in terms of these critical areas of focus for art historians, which is the skill of doing formal analysis and the skill of connecting an artwork to its historical context. Those are your two major skills that you do again and again. And so you're having an opportunity to work with your group to make sure you've mastered those. And then you wrap up the module, as we usually do throughout this course, with a quiz that is meant to kind of have you go back over your learning, make sure you've understood it. That's why with my quizzes, I give you 2 attempts, allowed attempts 2, because I want these quizzes to be an opportunity to make sure that you are really using the quiz not just to get the points and blow through it, but to actually check your understanding. That's why they're open book, open video, open module page. You get 2 attempts so that you can hopefully use the quiz to consolidate your understanding, strengthening your ability to move forward in the class.